Welcome back.
Yes, sir.
Hey. Crashing through the astral sea, the Fly Nerd Group, broadcasting live to your soul, your brain, your heart, and everything you got going on. What's happening, fam?
I'm chilling, man. What's good?
Man, I can't complain. I'm chilling.
Yeah, man.
Yo, we kicking it with the old school flavor, added in J Dot because he's king of the music.
Mr. J Dotimus.
It's Young Dotimus here.
Young Dotimus. Yo, I'm Cosmo Galactus.
Cochise Soulstar.
We are the Fly Nerd Group.
Indeed.
This is the Fly Nerd Primetime Show.
It is. The ghost of Ambi Warhol made an appearance.
Say his name 3 times. Will he appear?
Probably not.
What about 5 times in the mirror?
He might think about it.
Gotta get 10 mil to cancel. Get 10 mil to send him still.
Right. He may consider showing up.
So what's cracking, man? What's good?
Man, I don't know, much like you, man. We've been digging in the comics this past week.
It's been a sudden urge.
Yeah.
It's been a sudden urge. You know, I've been laying low for a second.
For sure.
But man, I'm back. I had to check out some shits, man.
Yeah, it's some good stuff that's come out, but it's also been some crappy things. Some boo-boo. Sorry, Josh Williamson, but I know you are a better writer than Justice League 75.
In which would that be?
Right here, y'all.
The Death of the Justice League?
Death of the Justice League, and it's also the Dark Crisis Prelude, which I think is hilarious because according to Grant Morrison and DC themselves, when Final Crisis came out, that was the Final Crisis.
That was it.
That's
what it's called, Final Crisis.
Final Crisis.
All right, this is the last one. Hi, y'all.
Right. This is it.
All right, this is the last one, man.
So
what happened?
So
what happened?
I know you checked this one out, and I had been checking them out, reading up until this point, so I
Okay.
could see what the come up was.
So what did you get from at least? Because I just jumped on the book. I was like, oh,
Right.
shit, they all did. This is really happening. And I got the book. But you've been reading.
Yeah.
So what you been picking up from this? Because
It's,
we'll talk about that when we get
it. Okay, the thread overall has been like this underlying thread for like maybe like the past 6 to 7 months, but it's senseless. It makes no sense. So it's all about the great darkness, and the great darkness is coming. It's enslaved all these powerful people to it. But then when you get to issue 75, you see like, okay, they enslaved these powerful people, but the League was handling them. The League was like straight up handling them.
The League was doing League shit.
They was doing League shit.
Then you just see them. It's like, damn, they're a tough ass squad. God damn.
Yeah,
like,
they was a tough squad.
They take care of business.
They was doing they was
and
doing
all of a
thing.
sudden,
Yeah, all of a sudden.
I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, dude. So who is this guy?
Okay, so the Great Darkness has been alluded to since the 80s. So
okay.
we don't really
and what's been happening with it?
Nothing. It's always been like this mystery monster far out somewhere that we don't ever see. And so we've had what you call it come and go. Was that dark? We've had Dark Metal come and go. We've had all this other stuff come and go. No mention of the Great Darkness really since the return of like the DC multiverse. And then
is he the all powerful?
Yeah, I mean to enslave the Spectre and Darkseid, you got to be something.
But he just been chilling on his skill set for years, or is this just something new?
Just like, apparently the barriers are weak enough for him to break fully through. This is DC's multiverse stuff.
Oh.
So he fought because of all the damage done to the multiverse. He can now break through.
He can break through that shit.
Yeah, he can get through. But yeah, it was I felt like.
But it was all of a sudden, and then he just wiped them all out, and that was it.
Pretty much. I will say this though, man. Oliver went out like a G. Oliver the only one that went out like a G. He's the only one
because he was smart. He was like, all right, I got that.
Yeah.
And that was the dopest part of the...
that was the dopest part, was Green Arrow. Green Arrow has been the best thing about Justice League for like the past year.
Really?
Yeah. The writing of the character, him becoming the funder, taking Bruce's spot as the person who bankrolls the Justice League.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's true.
And then he also took control of the DC spy game. So he essentially
got responsibility.
He got a lot of responsibility. Okay. A lot of responsibility. He really done came up. And so he had his moment. Unfortunately, Doomsday.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude.
But
I
yeah.
mean, that's the whole skill set. I mean, it's funny, like, characters like, him and, like, Hawkeye and shit, and they fight Thanos and shit. You be like, all right.
Well, you fight him from a distance.
Yeah, you very, very far away.
Very far away.
But with that type of strategy, that what got Green Arrow that opportunity to hit where
he just
Superman couldn't.
Yeah, he waited for his time. He waited for his moment. He was like, yeah, I got to wait this out. Oh, here it is.
Right.
And that was dope. But I mean, overall, I felt it was kind of mediocre.
So are you going to continue reading to the final Crisis? Well, what's Crisis?
Dark Crisis? I'm not interested, personally. But it's the same trope. Okay, so here come the shadow demons again, as we saw in Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Right.
Here comes Pariah again, like we saw in Crisis. So like,
so this is a rehash for the new millennium.
Yeah, it's doing Crisis on Infinite Earths all over again, and you see they all had the death that the Flash had from the first Crisis.
Right.
So it's all rehash.
Yeah.
It's a complete rehash.
Everything is rehashed, though, man.
Everything is rehashed, but I think when you are writing like when you have something that has a legacy like this, that almost anyone who can tie it back, you gotta be fresh. You gotta come with newer stuff. It's gotta be updated, even at the risk. And and as an older fan, as someone who's been a fan of stuff for a long time, at the risk of alienating the core sometimes. At the risk of alienating the core, because you gotta take risks with these characters.
You gotta go that left sometimes, man.
You gotta, and I'm not saying like ignore the past. The past is what got you here, of course. But
do you agree with writers like redoing stories and shit like that? Like, do you like if they kept doing like the Killing Joke over and over?
No, not at all. I don't care if you feel your take is the freshest take.
Right.
On the Killing Joke, you can tell a better Joker story. You can tell better stories.
Yeah.
You can give your story life, and it doesn't have to be the tropes. It doesn't have to be like DC. How many times we gonna see all 52 of your planets shatter? Like I'm tired. Like ruins of a dead multiverse. I thought this was all going. Me too.
Yeah, right. They was saying that shit. Yeah,
I thought me too.
Me too. Shit. I mean,
right. Like this dude been.
Hey, fam. And all of a sudden, hey, fam, I don't like y'all.
Right.
I'm loose.
his mood changed like a panel.
Yeah, it was like, yo.
He was like, yes, I'm willing to
I think he
listen
realized when all of them was, all y'all actually here though. Okay. Opportunity. Well, I mean, it seemed like it was a setup from the start, but I don't know. I didn't know who Pariah was, so I thought it was I just wanted to know what was his drama with him. You know what I mean? Like,
see, Pariah been around since '85. He doesn't really have a beef. He wants peace because like he's cursed to witness every disaster. So he's been witnessing all these DC disasters over and over again.
Okay.
So like he was like Infinite Crisis, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Final Crisis. He's been a part and forced to bear witness to all of that.
All that shit. Okay.
Like that's his curse because he was the person who apparently kind of set the bomb off that started a bunch of shit. So this is his penance. Like they got the Red Skull in Endgame. Like he has to guard Void. It's the same. It's a similar thing, except Pariah came first.
Okay.
Similar thing, but
so I mean, yeah, he wiped him out. He got pissed off and shit, and then he just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Poor Batman.
I just kind of felt
Batman wasn't smart enough for this.
It's too sudden. He didn't know what was coming. And to get it, there was no prep time. There was none of that legendary prep time. This was Batman on the spot. look at that! Look on his face.
Shit. What
right.
the fuck going on, Bruce? Like you like Bruce? Bruce, you better show up. Bruce had to fight a Doomsday real quick. Like, oh shit, hold up, let me buckle up.
They all had to fight something huge, but because their powers was held back, they wasn't fighting like themselves. So the league got with them.
Yeah.
The league got with him. But I was just kind of meh on the whole thing. I'm not interested in Dark Crisis. I'm not interested in another DC restart, reboot. I'm kind of like, without Batman, it's almost lost with them these days. Batman and Flash is like pretty much the books that's holding them up. I've heard good things about the recent Wonder Woman stories. I haven't had a chance to check them out. But the most interesting thing about Superman is his son right now.
I heard.
Yeah,
Superboy or Super. Young
Well, he's Superman now.
Young Superman.
Yeah, he's actually interesting.
Don't call me boy.
Right.
I'm super.
Yeah, that character is actually interesting, but yeah, I'll see what I'll like. Keep my eye on what develops, but I don't really plan on reading Dark Crisis. I will probably like just check out the synopsis because I'm just really not interested.
That's fucked up, man.
I'm really not in. That's where my Justice League run as of right now is complete. That's the last issue.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's where I'm capping it.
It ends at the death of the Justice League.
Yep, it ends there. It ends there, man. For me.
That's fucked up.
But you checked out another book, the Gunslinger Spawn.
Yeah, Gunslinger Spawn, dude.
Yeah.
I already heard that McFarlane, Toddy Mac.
Not Toddy Mac.
Toddy Mac.
Is that official? Is that your official street name, McFarlane?
The toy dudes, they don't like Toddy Mac because of his articulation. I like that shit because of the design and sculpt and everything. But yeah, the articulation is kind of real. It's real funky. Yeah, fuck with it. But anyway. He created like Spawn, right?
Yeah.
So he, how many years now? 20, 30?
1992, 93?
Yeah. So
something like that.
It's time for him to branch out. So he was talking about doing all these versions of the Spawn, King Spawn, and one of them was Gunslinger Spawn.
Right.
And that's the one that got magnetized me a little bit. Because I was like, all right, well, let me see this. It's not all the capes and all that. It's just straight pistols, horse.
And hell.
Fuck. I'll roll with it. I don't care. So checked out the book. Pretty decent read.
Yeah, it's a decent start.
Yeah, it's decent. For a Spawn, it's just, it take you back to, the old Spawn trope. You know what I mean? The story.
Yeah.
Yeah. But different because this dude, he's from the Western, so he's from that like universe.
Yeah. But
somehow he got transferred to the modern universe. Like,
yeah, it was that they didn't do the greatest job, I felt, of explaining that.
So did that?
I was like I said, I need to read further on so I can see do they like really tell us.
So they didn't touch on it on any other because I jumped from 1 to 6 because I was like, all right, this.
Yeah, see, I just started issue 3.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm about as far along as you are.
All right.
Yeah, so I really want to see how this all works out.
But the issue I read is when he met the Violator, and it was a dope little transition. Because sometimes that'd be just the whole exchange, just him and the Violator or something, and that'd be the end of the book, Right. So this was their version. It was pretty dope because the Violator. It was a setup on the setup and the setup. And
isn't it always with them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good old setup after setup. But yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, because the deal is never what it seems.
Exactly.
The deal is.
And then when you get to all these revelations and shit, you're like, fuck, I fucked up.
Right, I should have taken the deal.
Yeah, shit.
It's like, wait, I gotta lead an army now?
Right, God damn.
Just wanted my wife back.
Right.
No, sir.
Nope. Sorry, Charlie.
No, and you get a pizza face.
Yeah.
Take this pizza face.
Did you get some cool weapons and shit?
Oh yeah, you get some really cool
Hellfires and shit.
You get all the cool shit, but yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much the deal.
But yeah, I'm gonna read on, and so I can see, because I want the whole picture, because it feels like a Spawn thing, and as we know, he can drag Spawn out.
Yeah, he can. I mean, it's 300 issues or something, or 500 some shit now.
I forgot now, but yeah, it's a pretty decent number, and
but the story,
it's endured.
Yeah,
it's endured. It's not a lot of independent books that can say they've come this far.
That's true.
So shout out to him and also Eric Larson for Savage Dragon, which still I believe comes out.
That's true, man. That's a Chicago book.
Yeah, that's a Chicago.
Dude in Chicago.
Yeah, he's a Chicago cop. That guy. I hate to see him
run up on us. Yeah, what the fuck? The fuck?
I'd be spooked.
That's like seeing RoboCop or some shit. Like, oh man, what the fuck y'all hiring now? Mutants?
Where y'all get
That's
this guy
fucked
from?
up, man.
Yeah, but yeah, not a lot of indie books last that long. So big up to them. Big up to Image for just being, an indie creator that came along and challenged the big two and did their thing.
And did their thing and stand strong against that shit.
Yeah.
Had franchises that moved to TV and everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, Image. I always, when the concept of Image dropped, like in that time, I fucked with it because I was living in that moment. And just from jumping to seeing the X-Men from Jim Lee's and all that.
Yeah, to those.
Because I used to follow the artists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The illustrators and shit.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. I mean, those are the biggest names at the time. Went over, did their own thing, crashed the industry, made a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, only a couple of those books endured, and they just like any other
Cyberforce.
man, just like any other company, they put out some crap too. It had. Oh yeah, I felt so screwed after Youngblood issue 2, man. I was like early on in the game. I was like, Liefeld, what you doing, fam? What this? No, that's Hawkeye.
Yeah.
That's Hawkeye, Cable, Wolverine, Wonder Woman.
So yeah, they just went. Now the Max was dope.
The Max was dope. The Max was dope. Pitt was dope.
Pitt was dope. Yo.
Max was dope. Pitt was dope.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a lot of early on stuff. I felt early Shadowhawk was dope.
I didn't like Shadowhawk.
You didn't care for Shadowhawk? I
didn't like the
that.
illustrations.
Jim Valentino was not the best artist, but I like the story. I'll cop to you with the artwork.
But even though Eric Larson isn't the best either, but I like Savage Dragon.
Yeah, I still like Savage. Savage Dragon was just so action packed.
Yeah, it's just blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And shit. I would like some live action Savage Dragon.
I wonder why that has not been tried or attempted.
That would be super dope.
You'll like it? You'll watch that?
Yeah, fucks. Yeah.
All right, Larson, we want you to put that out there.
No, we gonna work.
Well, come see us. We want to work with
Yeah,
you,
we
Eric.
gonna shoot that. I'll shoot that shit. That's
Hell
dope.
yeah, Savage Dragon. That'd be hard.
Yeah, that'd
Well,
be tough.
well, fuck it. Let's just shoot our own trailer and see if
All right, hush, cut.
see
No.
what happens. All right. All right.
All right.
But man, big movie coming out at the end of this week. I think we all been waiting for this.
Yes. Yeah.
Long time coming. A lot of things in the mix. But
yeah, Invincible was Image too.
yeah,
Shout out
Invincible, Walking Dead.
Yeah, Walking Dead.
All Image.
Yeah.
But Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness arrives
Yes. Yeah.
this Friday. We finally get it, and we finally get to see.
Is this Friday?
This Friday. This is it.
Oh, something to do, something to do. Hey, yo, go and see Doctor Strange 2, for real. All right, that's good. You know what? All that hype shit for these movies, I'll be blown away a little bit. So, I'll be unplugging from that shit, like consciously. When I'm scrolling, when I'm watching TV, I just unplug and shit. So,
Right.
I just want to see the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
it's just time to watch.
I ain't got no super predictions and none of that
Yeah,
shit.
I got zero.
Yeah, when it's time to sit down and watch the movie, let's watch it now. I expect some things go on. I expect some things to carry the story. And Wanda is a bad motherfucker, and that's all I want to see. That's who I'm rooting for. I've been saying this since motherfucking WandaVision. It's been something about this motherfucker, and I'm really got my fingers crossed and hoping that we're going to the House of M in this motherfucker because they're planning the next 10 years. That is including the mutants, X-Men, and ain't no telling. All Fantastic Four, ain't no telling what stories they about to take this shit to. And they already got a way to get into the House of M. We could get a certain type of imagery of the X-Men that I'm hoping for, which I was geeked about, like when I first was reading the books. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm geeked about, man. I want a Wolverine show, a movie or some shit. So let's get this going. I want to see what's all popping with the multiverse, the Illuminati. If they doing bias something naughty to his body.
Oh my God.
It's just what the fuck going on out here.
Illuminati to your body.
Illuminati. But anyway, yeah, man. Like, what's all going on with this shit? And let's move on because next is Ant-Man.
No,
we're gonna see some Kang.
Next is Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
God
Yeah,
Butcher.
right. So God Butcher there. And then we're going to see what's going on with the Guardians of Space and all that shit and see what's flipping out there and see if all this shit connects. It's going to be dope, man. So I'm geeked. I just want to see it. You know see where it goes.
No doubt. I'm definitely, I got a couple viewings on deck because for me, the first viewing is not the viewing I can use to give a breakdown.
You need to
from.
see it 2 times because the first time is like
I'm seeing it
before.
as a fan. Yeah.
So eyes bugged out and all that shit. But
yeah,
then that second time is that analyze, that chill, like, all right, let me digest this again.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And see what's good.
Exactly. And so that's pretty much, I'll see it this Friday. And then I'll see it again. I think me and some of the D&D people maybe seeing it on Sunday night.
Nice.
So I'll see it Friday. I see it Sunday, and so then when I come in on Monday next time, when it's time to do the show again, I have a full scope breakdown.
Right.
Because I would have seen it a couple times.
Okay. Yeah. Same here. I'm planning to see it a couple times. I plan to see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going to see it. So it's all good. Like I said. This is the shit I root for. This is the shit now I feel like Marvel is cooking. You know what I mean? The first little phase of Phase 4, I was like, man, I wasn't too impressed, man. I'm still not impressed with Moon Knight, but we'll get into that later. Fuck Moon Knight.
What a segue.
Yeah, man. Fuck Moon Knight, man. I mean, it's cool, but you know what I mean? Like,
I know we didn't get the Moon Knight that we envisioned.
Where he haven't carved the face yet.
He is not carved. We're not getting.
You said he beat a dude out the limo and popped back in the limo chilling.
He did. I mean, all that stuff happened. Why?
Where is that?
It's just not in this show. I had to, and it's like I told you in one of our conversations. I went back. I rewatched the first 5 episodes again.
How was it?
And when I remove wanting brutal Moon Knight out of it, it's definitely still a Moon Knight show.
Yeah.
It's just it's pretty much all the stuff that got us to crazy, full on crazy Moon Knight.
Okay.
You know, because what we're seeing is we're seeing the Fist of Khonshu Moon Knight, where it's like, I really want to do this. I really want to be this dude.
Okay.
And so then once he accepts that and goes even crazier in the books, then it's like he's carving people's faces. And so I just had to go back and so they're not giving us carve up your face Moon Knight. They're giving us I want to be a hero Moon Knight.
Okay.
Which is where he started.
Yeah, okay.
So I had to while I'm still disappointed in the lack of the brutality.
But I mean,
yeah. But Oscar Isaac's price tag must go up after this.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Not at all. Because he had wonderful chemistry with himself. That chemistry was off the charts.
Yo, you forget that, he's actually, they make it seem like it's two different people.
He nails it.
Yeah, he sold you with these characters and everything. You even feeling for it when Steven depart. It's like, but wait a minute, you a figment of imagination.
But he sold that scene on the boat.
Yeah.
He sold that scene on the boat.
But you be like, oh no, Steven.
Their whole interaction from the asylum to the boat was just like, damn, y'all, you pretty good at this, Oscar.
Yeah, man.
And Ethan Hawke is killing it too.
Yeah, Ethan is cool. Man, I don't know, man, but we got 1 episode left, dude. I mean, this is cool, but where's the confrontations to enter?
Yeah, the conference for right now, they're focusing more on his inner turmoil than his outer turmoil. This is about the man, not the Moon Knight.
Right.
This is about the man that becomes Moon Knight, not Moon Knight. So yeah, this is like
Sean Rocker origin stories on camera, bugging me out, man.
But see,
Get to the punch.
I wouldn't call this an origin because we really don't see him become we don't see him take the deal and all that. That's the origin. I think what we're seeing is
they had a little glimpse and cuts of
it. They gave us a glimpse, but they really didn't focus on it.
I mean, look. Well, Khonshu, he wrapped up. He can't even turn to Moon Knight right now. That's why that whole part, I feel like Is he really dying? Shit, he got shot, right?
Yeah.
And that's him transitioning.
That's it. Yeah, that's him transitioning to the afterlife.
Now that's deep from MCU. So they're introducing that in a clever way.
The concept of an afterlife.
Yeah, they are introducing that in an interesting way.
Well, they're showing a whole nother pantheon at that with the Egyptian gods. So so what they've managed to do, while not giving us the brutality and street violence of Moon Knight, what they've done is they've introduced a whole nother pantheon that's active in the world.
Yeah.
So
exactly. So I mean, I think now what the MCU is doing is very dangerous but dope for camera, TV, whatever, because it's opening their universe.
Oh,
you get to see
fully.
all multi-level layer of what's going on. Like, all right, so this their hell,
right? And
you know, or their under level that goes on. So that when Blade makes sense, Ghost Rider makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all this shit.
It's going to allow these other concepts to flourish because they're establishing that there's these other levels out there. Even in the things, in the films and the shows that we didn't enjoy, didn't like, Marvel has still successfully opened up other parts of their worlds. With Eternals, I get it. Bored you to death. But it opened up that's a place now.
Yeah.
That's a full-on place. Shang-Chi, I know there's been mixed feelings about that, but it opened up another layer of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, and now look, we
mystical.
Look, we heard Madripoor mentioned in Moon Knight.
I love. I want more.
Yeah, we have.
I want Patch Logan as a show.
So we're getting this opening and expanding of places and playgrounds. So when these things circle back around, they're already established in there. They don't have to build it.
Now that's fun. That's fun. That's a fun. Yeah, that's fun.
That's a good little thing.
I like that. I can't talk against that. Because that's just building your universe and building up more doors to open for more stories and more excuses to do some rough housing shit. So I guess we'll get to the rough housing.
Yeah, I mean,
because they send up the pieces very good.
Yeah, they're building a world that now every director and every writer they hire can play in.
Yeah.
And so even with the things that we're not gonna like take Miss Marvel, the show for instance, like it's gonna be with the teenage girl.
Right.
I know that's not your thing. I'm gonna check it out just because I want to see what's gonna happen. Because I want to see what corner of the Marvel universe they're going to open
that's
up.
The cheat code. It's like fuck. All right. I'll wait till the season's over. I'll just binge watch it.
Because I want to see what because overall I have no problem.
Because they're gonna have to go and touch into the Captain Marvel
and right, which is gonna bring
Captain
all
Rambo.
three. Yeah, we're gonna get Monica. We're gonna get
all the snaps.
We're gonna get Kamala, Monica, and Carol all together at some point.
Whoop, whoop.
And I'm for that. I'm all for that.
This is the future of the MCU. So I mean, this is the big transition of characters and actors and just positions and shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm with it. Everything I said before isn't Captain America, isn't Iron Man.
It's not. And you have to learn how to exist outside of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Marvel is successfully doing.
And they got so many characters to do so much shit. When the mutants open the door, it's a wrap, bro. They got movies for the next 25 years, dude. Like, fuck, every mutant.
So many.
Multiple, man. That's just one. Like, you could do a whole movie about that motherfucker.
What I would like to see them do when they finally open up the mutants and bring them in, I want them to do X Factor, but I want them to do the Jamie Madrox investigation X Factor. I want them to do.
I like that version.
I want them to put him. I want them to put him in a crappy ass office.
Yeah.
And just like they did in the books.
Yeah.
And have him have all these motherfuckers come into his office. And it's him and other mutant, pretty much like all the cast offs almost.
Yeah, man.
But that when it was X Factor investigations, they was doing detective shit. That book was cold.
That shit was dope, man.
And they had that mysterious girl Layla Miller who just happens to know everything. that was such a dope book.
And that's a dope way to do it because it's not about super teams and look what I could do and all that shit. No, it's some practical shit to do so that X-Force be a branch off and be a detective
Yeah, they can.
for
Yeah.
mutants.
Yeah, like I mean, they did the detective thing well with Jessica Jones.
Yes. Well, see, the thing about Netflix shows, they dragged a lot.
They
because
did drag
They
a
didn't have
lot.
too much to tie into.
Yeah, I agree.
So when it came, I'm willing to see what these shows like the new Daredevil, see what that's going to come with, because yeah, it's going to have some direction, right?
Yes,
You know what I mean? And some payoff at the end. Right?
I'm thinking so.
So yeah, so
thinking so.
that's how much, that's the formula. So I mean, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, all these new shows is building up. The Moon Knight is setting up for something. I heard there's a rumor maybe a season 2. So
I would love if they get.
I think it will be necessary. Though.
Yeah, I feel much like Loki. Moon Knight needs a season 2 to expand on a
Yeah.
very dense and very heavy season 1.
Yeah.
You know, especially since I didn't expect season 1 of Moon Knight to be this dense with lore and mythology. I didn't think they would go this hard into the lore of.
Well, they
of
said
the
it was going to
mechanics.
really like go culturally hard on it. That's what they were saying early in production, that it was going to be really you know, culturally based. There ain't no problem with it, but damn, man. Where I want to see cab driving Jake, bro. Like that
Yeah, I
could
don't
have been
think
a
we-
show
yeah,
itself.
yeah, I don't
like,
think we get
him
Jake.
as a cab driver, and he was driving through the streets and popping. That's like taxi cab confessions. Beat him up with Batman. Like that could have been dope, man. Like it's cool, but
Yeah, I guess we just see where they go.
that was an actual comic book.
Yeah,
man.
it is. It is. It can't, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where they go. We will see.
I want to see
where they
Moon
go.
Knight in the streets.
I mean,
Not
he,
the streets of Egypt, the
'cause he-
streets,
'cause he
the
is the-
streets.
he is the protector of nighttime travelers.
Man, fuck them. Put him in the streets. There's tons of travelers.
Well, I mean, that's how you operate. He was in the streets. He was a protector of nighttime travelers in New York. Lots of crime
Goodness
there.
gracious, man. And then the enemy, who is he? Who's the dude?
Harold, see, that's the thing. Like, they completely just took an arbitrary, random Moon Knight villain who made a one-time 2-panel appearance,
See?
and then made him into something else, combined him with something else. And so I guess we'll see the culmination of that. In
What's his
man,
purpose?
season 6 better has to.
And
I
they
mean, not
better
season
box.
6,
I wanna see
episode
something.
6 better.
Man, they better slap box or something. Man, fuck that.
They gonna play that flick game like Nebula and Iron Man. That's a point.
You win.
Right, you win.
Oh, that was so enemy mind.
That was very enemy mind, but I appreciated that because
Yeah, it was.
why would anyone not of Earth find that interesting?
Right.
Like, so I like that he was like we ain't got shit else to do here. We gonna flick this.
We're gonna play football.
Right, gonna play
Paper football.
paper football.
But I'm gonna show you the competition. The man.
For sure. Well, speaking of competition, man, Pusha T dropped and squashed it all.
Whoa. Ugh.
Squashed it all. And gave Benzino's daughter a harsh reality lesson. I don't even know her name. What's her name? Choi? Lady Choi?
You lose.
Chloe
You
Lorraine.
lose. You lose.
Yeah, you lose. You
Like, real talk, how y'all know about this stuff, man?
I mean,
Information.
it just kind of it
Useless information.
useless information, really.
Because sometimes I feel so uninformed, but then when I dive into it, it's like, why am I here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this?
Man, it's one of those things.
So is that a good thing or bad thing?
It's both.
It's subjective.
I
You
think
know
it's-
what I mean? Like, it's all entertaining. If it depends on the amount of energy I give to it. You know what I mean? I just get entertained and say, Lord have mercy, and just clearly go to the next one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. Benzino's daughter said that who listens to Pusha T, and then Pusha T showed her who listens to Pusha T, because she said, and I quote, "When my album drop, I'ma be #1 on the charts."
Ugh.
Her shit went triple nickel,
Wood in the hood.
triple wood in the
And she acted
hood,
like it was all good.
and Benzino eating
No,
good.
literally, like, how much? 4,000 copies?
4,000 copies.
Yikes.
4,000 streams or whatever the metric was, it wasn't enough.
There's independent records that top that.
It is independent records.
Yeah, there's plenty of cats in Chicago I know, but anyway.
Right, so she came
Keep it
out,
moving.
went flat, but this Pusha on her way, like she's like, my album gonna be this, my album gonna be that,
Who listened to Pusha?
and said who listened to Pusha, and then Pusha showed her who listened to Pusha, and now the conversation is fully dead. The conversation is there's nothing else to be said here.
Hey, is Pusha like the Homer Simpson of rap? Like he just win trophy after trophy, like fam just be winning trophy. Ugh.
You been to space?
Ugh. Right. The fuck you battling Arby's? What rapper battle Arby's?
Oh yeah, he battled on behalf
Get the
of
fuck
Arby's.
out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here. Homer Simpson.
The checks just keep coming.
Yeah, man. This nigga crazy.
Yeah, real talk, Homer Simpson a winner. Real talk, Homer Simpson is a winner.
He catch all W's.
He catch a lot of W's.
And you would never imagine how. Like, dude, his intelligent level.
Right.
Like, fuck, you feel like grimy. How?
My man got the open for the Rolling Stones. Open for the Rolling Stones.
Fuck out of here.
Like random dude.
Yeah.
Open for
Homer fucking
Shout out to Homer Simpson.
Shout out
been
to
doing it big
Hey,
since the Tracy
Simpsons
Ullman
used
show.
to be dope, man. I used to fuck with the Simpsons, man. Like, for real.
I fuck with him off and on still.
Yeah.
Because-
Is it still funny?
Because I had to realize that the Conan O'Brien seasons and the ones after that, the ones that are considered the classics,
Hell yeah, man.
those guys aren't there anymore, and they're not coming back.
I know.
And their humor was the topical humor of the time.
Yeah.
Conan O'Brien cannot tell those jokes today. You can't. Mr. Plow does not. If you turned on The Simpsons right now and the new episode was Mr. Plow, you get that shit the biggest boo in America, and you know it. You know it. We like
Mr. Plow.
Right, we like Mr. Plow because we experienced
Love
Mr.
that
Plow.
episode.
Right. Well, we experienced it when it happened and when it was significant. But if you turned on The Simpsons this Sunday and it was
Homer.
Mr. Plow, would you find that hilarious?
Yes,
based
I
on-
would. I'll still find the show.
You will find a Linda Ronstadt joke hilarious in 2022.
Oh, well, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm glad you pointed out the Tracy Ullman origins.
Oh yeah. Homer been rolling since the Tracy Ullman
A lot
show.
of people don't know that. You know what I mean?
Right.
The super humble beginnings where they just had shorts in between. You know what I'm saying?
In between sketches.
And look,
Exactly.
and that's for the animators and shit. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
back when
Like,
Matt
that
Groening was hand drawing them
Right,
joints,
right.
man.
Right. So that goes out. Shout out to all you animators. Keep doing your shits because you never know. You might get that little break.
Right, a short,
You
a
turn-
short, what you think is a 5-minute nothing short could turn into a huge
50
deal.
years.
Right, I mean,
50 years.
Matt Groening don't have to write shit else if he don't want to.
He's an empire, dude. He's straight.
And he managed his properties so well.
Yeah.
I can't even like Simpsons, Futurama. He managed them properties so well.
Yep.
Like,
Futurama's dope too.
Yeah, Futurama's super dope, man. I hope John DiMaggio please bring Bender back. Y'all pay that man.
Pay that man. Don't bring it back if
Pay
you
that
don't,
man.
because it
Pay
ain't
that
gonna
man.
be right.
Pay that
I
man
don't wanna
remove Bender. Because everyone else is back right now but John.
Nah, I mean, who they gonna replace? That's like replacing Homer. Homer, you taking that Homer?
I don't know, man. I want
Can't
to
take out the Homer
can't
of
take
the
out
show.
Homer. I think it would be more or less if you took Fry out. It would.
Well,
lose.
yeah, technically. Well, who's the
It's-
Bart Simpson then? You can't take out the Bart of the show.
Yeah, I think he's more of a. I guess he's more of a Bart.
He's the badass robot.
He is the badass
that
robot.
drinks
Oh, baby.
and gambles
Gambles.
and watch porn.
And he's pimp too. He's been a
And
pimp.
a pimp.
He's
Yeah,
been a pimp. I
With the
believe.
suit on and everything.
I
Oh.
believe the question was, what's the difference between being a pimp and you doing and Bender setting up a date night? He was like, I don't go upside your head. I was like, touche, sir. Touche. His response was, I
Dude,
don't go
no.
upside your head.
Right.
Touche.
No, man.
Point
So-
taken. But yeah, Simpsons is an institution, and there are some really good current and you know, over the past 10 years, good episodes.
All right, I'm going to check out some.
There's an episode where they kind of do their own version of the movie about a boy examining the relationship of Bart and Homer, and that shit was dope.
What?
Yeah, that shit was dope. They pretty much took the whole premise of the movie about a boy, transposed it onto the Simpson family, and told like this story that took place like kind of separate from their continuity, but it was just a really well
so
done.
they do different things.
Yeah, they
like
do
that?
different things like that now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it examined the whole relationship between like Bart and Homer and Lisa, and like that whole thing. But it still kept how the bonds were on the show. Just transposed them to the setting of that film and did the whole episode. It was really well done. It was funny, but it was one of the more emotional ones. But it was like, wow, Bart and Homer. Like sometimes you forget that's a father-son thing, because you know we used to like the choking and the pranks.
Why you little?
Yeah. But you know they really type.
yo,
That was one of the things one of the few things I liked about the movie was the whole like at the end Homer and Bart coming together to when Homer pulled up on that motorcycle, Bart was like, he speaks my language.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. So yeah, man, that's dope. That's dope. The dynamics of this show and what you could do for like 50 years.
Oh yeah, the Futurama Simpsons crossover.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. I remember that too.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
And you know Bender's still in the Simpson basement?
That's dope.
There was a couple episodes where Homer goes in the basement and you see Bender in the corner. Deactivated asleep in the corner.
See, that's the bullshit. You got a Bender in the damn basement, fam? Homer Simpson.
Well, he had to go back to sleep. He had to wait until the future came around.
So that's the origin.
Yeah.
Everything from The Simpsons. That's crazy.
Everything from The Simpsons.
That's crazy.
Indeed.
Damn, that's dope, man. I gotta watch that episode again, man.
Cheating ass Bender.
Cheating ass, right. See, that's what I'm saying. Two-timing Bender. Goddamn, who programmed this piece of shit? So, yeah, man. Shout out to Matt Groening, man. Shout out to
Simpsons, Futurama, all the people who worked on it over the years.
O'Brien,
yeah,
man.
Conan O'Brien, that's a funny dude.
Yeah, he is. He's one of the funniest dudes that I like, you know, late night when that shit was popping hard, man.
Yeah, I used to actually tune in to Conan every now and again. Not Professor Frank. Clavin.
Woo, shit. So, yeah, man. All right.
For sure.
What's up, man? Fly in that group, man. We just chilling.
Yeah, we
just
having
chilling,
a good time.
man.
Having a good
It's just
time.
Cochise and Cochise, man.
Jay in the back spin.
Jay in
You've
the
been
back.
spinning the hits back there, man.
Yeah, what you got cooking over there, bro? You was doing some nice shit with some West Side, man.
Yeah, well, what was tell us about that. He was like the recipe will not be spoken of.
Right.
Nah,
just a little tease.
Little education for people who don't know about the depth of samples. Found some fun things, and it started with West Side Gun and turned into like Ghostface and other artists, but then it was a turn at Albuquerque, and I was like, I'm gonna just keep it West Side Gun. So basically, I'm about to drop a little 11 minutes with West Side Gun.
Word.
Lots of gunshots. Lots of original samples. I got some things cooking in the oven, man. You know,
That's dope, man.
doing something low key. That's all.
All right, we always like to hear about stuff that's cooking on with
Yeah,
members
what's
of the crew,
cooking?
man.
What's cooking? What's cooking? We're gonna start a new segment called What's Cooking.
What's cooking? What you got cooking?
Well, I got cooking.
Yeah, what you got cooking?
Man, got this figure right here.
You do have this, man. Tell us about Ambi in the box. I mean Starscream in the box.
Ambi in the box.
Ambi in the box.
He's not here, but he's here. Starscream. Nah, man, this is Y'all remember Transformers the movie, right?
Oh yeah, 1980. The only one that really exists for. I know they're the Michael Bay or whatever. Yeah, not that.
I said Transformers the movie. You gotta say the whole thing like
the
a
whole
Tribe
thing.
Called Quest.
Oh yeah.
So this is the animated movie, 86.
Yes sir.
So they started smart motherfuckers, man. They be getting us and shit, man. So all right. So cause that's what it is. They use this nostalgia to, bring this shit back out, but it's updated. Like if you think about the figures that came out in 86.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't as advanced as this.
Not at all.
Like, you know what I mean?
Not at all.
There was a scene with Starscream in the movie, and he had the crown. This one, he threw Megatron out the ship, like just on some bullshit. Like,
right.
All right, you out for him.
Wanna bet? Yeah, he hit him with the wanna bet.
Megatron, like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get this mother. Sold his soul. God damn it. So he turned to Galvatron, and then from the Unicron encounter, and then he coming back. First order of business, he told dude to go and destroy the Autobots. He was like, all right, I got you. But yo, we off Cybertron
first. Yeah, we gonna scoop by Cybertron, right? Hey, round that block. Round that block. Come back round. Come back round.
So yeah, this fool was on the throne. He about to crown himself king. You full of shit when you crown yourself king. This nigga crowning himself king in the coronation moment.
Yeah, you good.
And yeah, dude, the classic scene of Galvatron coming in, exiting. He was riding in Cyclonus. That shit was hard.
Yeah, it was. That
was a hard ass scene, bro.
That's a scene for the ages.
Yeah, because like that shit was tough. He was rolling in, dude, and then he hopped out and Cyclonus transformed on the side, and they both landed in sync. They like, who the fuck is that? Like, woo, we ain't seen this dude before. And it's like, Megatron, is that you? Here's a hint. Bop! Popped his ass.
Dusted him.
Dusted his ass off.
Dusted him and crushed his crown.
Right. So here is a fucking reissue. Well, not reissue, but they finally made a version of that Starscream.
With the crown and everything, huh?
And yeah, you come with the crown. Yeah,
this joint looks serious.
Here's the crown. Yeah.
Check that out. Oh man, Galvatron crunched this beneath his foot, man. He crushed that. When did Starscream have time to get a crown made? By the time,
work is he had that shit on order all the time. He was like, whenever I win, I'm gonna have this crown.
He had it prepared. He was ready for his special day.
Starscream worked like a bitch sometimes, bro. Yeah, I didn't mean that in a mad way, but I mean that in a mad way. But yeah, so Starscream figure. Put the crown on there. It comes with a throne and shit. And this the cape
is ill.
On the back.
This is ill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did have a cape on. My man had the king cape.
Right. So get the king cape.
Oh. Okay. I see how they did it too.
Yeah.
Okay,
real
smart.
Simple. Yeah, you just pull it.
Oh, okay. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I'll hold it. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
I kind of got it together. Just pull your hood down there. But yeah, man, this is dope. He got his little throne. Did he even get a chance to sit on it?
Nah, he got evaporated.
Yeah, he got
that's for Galvatron, nigga. That ain't for him.
Yeah, he got dusted before he even had a chance to sit on it.
Yeah, but if you into toy photography, there's certain accessories and shit that's dope. Like that throne could be reusable. And then you gotta.
You could put anybody in that throne. That you want.
Yeah.
That's actually a good Kang throne, actually, man. To be honest.
Right. Yeah. See if you repaint it.
Yeah, do a quick repaint.
You do a little wash and repaint. You be straight. You know what I mean? Cause all that, that toy shit. Yeah, I'm going to repaint all that shit.
Yeah, that's a dope piece, man.
Yes.
That's a dope piece. Are there any other pieces from the '86 movie that are out or coming out?
They got the Galvatron out, and that's what I already have. That's what I brought last week.
Brought Galvatron
with Scourge.
Right.
They got Cyclonus. They got Cup. They just released Hot Rod.
That's right.
They already had Ultra Magnus out. I think they need to re-release Optimus Prime again with the trailer.
Are they gonna do any of the Dinobots? Are we gonna get?
They're already out.
Are they already out?
Grimlock is out.
Grimlock is out.
I'll bring him next week.
Okay.
That's movie Grimlock with Wheelie.
Oh, with Wheelie. Grin fine, look behind.
Right. So yeah. They already been dropping this line and been re-releasing these figures and stuff because it's classic shit.
This is classic stuff, man.
Just classic shit.
Oh, they even got the shoulder plates.
Yeah,
you can full on King Starscream.
Exactly.
Oh, you got little.
Yeah.
Okay, man, I'm bugging out.
See.
I'm bugging out with the little.
Hey, laser joints.
The Decepticons always had the Decepticons and Cobra always had the best looking weapons.
Yeah, they did, dude. Because Cobra was dirty. They was getting them guns. They was getting top line weaponry.
Where? Who?
Yeah.
That's what I always wanted to know.
I thought Destro was the guy that would bring all that stuff.
He was the arms dealer. But where was he? Who was the plug? He's the plug.
He's the plug.
But he's not the supplier.
Who was who?
Who was the supplier? That's who had the real money. Imagine being able to bankroll Cobra, because that's a lot of losses.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of losses.
That's a heavy expense, though.
Like, what's the insurance plan? Yeah. Like, if I sign to be a Cobra grunt, what's my insurance plan?
Well, you gotta stay alive first.
No, sir. No. We
part of the deal.
See, yo, that's a skit right there. Yo, unionizing. the grunts unionized against Cobra Commander.
Oh, that's
a skit.
That
right
is
there.
a skit. That's a tough one. Yeah.
That's a skit.
Yeah, we on some shit today,
That's a
man.
skit. And how you could even play it to make that skit double time itself is have whoever ends up winning that dispute be in charge of the labor dispute at the Death Star.
Oh,
for the stormtroopers.
For the stormtroopers.
For the stormtroopers.
Gotta talk to Vader.
Because one of my favorite Robot Chicken moments is them two stormtroopers talking about the lack of railing.
Wow.
That was one of my favorite moments.
Yeah.
They was like, why is there no railing?
There's no railings. You can just tumble over, stumble over.
Fall over.
God damn, with these heavy suits.
I think what he said was that the Emperor was like worried about us leaning. He was like, what the fuck? I'm worried about falling. That was, I love, like, shout out to whoever wrote that for Robot Chicken. That was a great moment because they was like, no rails.
Right.
They was like legit discussing it.
There's no rails.
There's no rails.
That design has been lost. Well, you have to force. These for the troopers.
This for the troopers.
Single file line when you die.
No rail.
And it's more fun if you had to force. You could just toss a motherfucker off.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, out.
That same episode had them same two stormtroopers watching Palpatine fall.
See,
that was the payoff. The payoff was them standing there still having this talk and seeing Palpatine fall past them.
Oh man, that's dope.
It all comes together.
There you go.
It all comes together.
There you go.
For sure. But man, I've been cooking a little bit too on a different thing. I'm sure the
You be with the cards.
I'm sure
the dice.
The dice. Yeah, I be
you
doing
nerd street.
I am, man. I holds it down. I just finished writing for the third of my epic encounters that I'm running at the Extraordinarium.
Now,
I just finished. that.
You do a lot of this shit. So
I do.
What?
I do.
How much writing do you? How many stories do you write?
Who knows, man? Because I have to sometimes stop myself from creating too much lore. Because when I get ready to build something, I start writing like the beginnings of it, and then if here's the beginning, how did we get to where we are now? And I start writing that, and then I'll create something like, well, how did I get that? Where'd that come from? So sometimes I have to stop myself, be like, you know what? They're not asking you where that came from, Sean. You are asking you where that came from. Yeah. So don't include that in this. So yeah, but I write.
So now you learn how to truncate stories.
Oh yeah,
and keep information
just
inside, and then because that's the whole point is A to B, right?
A to B.
That's the story. A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
Now how they get to Z, it is what it is. But you got to design that for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have the
But
design
don't go
for them.
overboard. So What's your favorite aspect of D&D, and then what's your favorite character type of D&D?
My favorite aspect is just the unbridled creation. There's like nothing. There's no story you can't tell here, there's nothing you can't add to the campaign. Theatrical wise, creative wise, there's almost nothing you can't do. It's just a matter of making it work with what you have going on, and not like going too far left or right to get to your point. So it's that, and you also just have to learn also to step back and let the players give you things to use. And so I've been taking a lot of notes on players in my campaign. Like, okay, they told me this about their childhood. They told me this about when they did this. Things that are to that backstory, and now I'm starting to weave those things in, thread them in, to make the story more personal for the player.
Okay.
That way, you're not just accomplishing the goal that I've set forth. You're accomplishing things
make you
important
a
for you.
Personal game master when it comes to your players.
Yeah.
Because then you're evolving their thread of story or their timeline.
Oh yeah.
Mixing it in with yours, and that makes. Because I was going to say, what's the joy aspect of creating this and playing this and engaging with your players, but to a point where anyone could walk to this table and have a great time doing D&D.
Well, it's like for the players that like are like my long-term campaign players. Those are the ones who like I take their influence in the most. Because like I'm with them every week, so I'm seeing things. Like I'm playing, that. For the casual person to walk up who maybe they haven't experienced, but what will make them enjoy my table is that my tables are always story driven.
Okay.
Even if I know that this may be the one and only time I play with you in this game, the story and your reactions in the story are my concern.
So you're about experience.
I'm about the experience. I want to make sure you sit down at my
dope.
table, have a great experience.
That's brilliant.
I'm not one of those guys, and I will beat this drum until I can no longer write D&D stories. I'm not the type of DM that's out to kill the players. There are a lot of DMs they come in like, I'm gonna develop something so I can kill you guys.
So that's why you're hasty not to mingle with other DMs.
Yeah, because there's a lot of toxic stuff in the DMing world, and I prefer DMs be very story driven and be very creative, and give people an experience, not just a dice roll. So when you sit at my table, you get an experience. I want to immerse you in this world. I'm gonna paint a picture for you, and I'm gonna bring you into this thing. I get real descriptive. I tell people what the room smells like. I tell people what's on the wall.
Word.
I've said plenty of times like, you've walked into this crypt, and the scent of decay hangs heavy in the air. Just little things like that. Just to set the tone.
Smell like some death in this bitch.
Right. It smells like death. And so I have 3 of these boxes so far. These Epic Encounter boxes.
So what's Epic Encounters?
Now these are miniatures that come with stats and everything. All I won't say ready to play so much, but like ready to use.
So
like
what's the difference of ready to use versus ready to play?
Because you still have to give your players a reason to want to do this. Like they don't tell you, they're not saying like, here's the lair of the red dragon, here's the whole thing for you to use. They give you the stats of the creature and what could be found there, but it's up to you to create the scenario that brings the people in.
So this is just something to build the lore around.
Yeah, build lore around. So
but it's an actual piece.
Yeah, it's an actual piece.
But you said you said something about the player. Like, so you can't just throw a monster out like, you're gonna encounter this monster. Here you go.
Yeah, you can. But I just like to I like it to be a little more immersive than hey, you walk in the forest and here's the dragon.
Okay.
Well, like, why were you in the forest?
I don't know.
What got you there?
Well,
See, I like to get to that part before the dragon
okay.
gets you.
Okay.
I don't like to be like, all right, I got 5 people. Here's a dragon. That's sometimes you have to, time constraint wise. But even with what I did at the Haymarket Brewery, I built it up. They had to come and find that dragon before I put it out there.
So people come with their own pieces and their own, like, could someone bring their own little monster, their epic encounters? Like, what do you guys do with all these figures? And plus, are these customable? Can you, like, customize
You can paint them.
Yeah, you can paint them.
Yeah, you can paint them. I mean, there would be no. I mean, if you're not running the campaign, there would be no reason for you to show up with like someone can't just show like you show up with like,
so
hey, I came with my box.
So I mean,
If you're not running it, why'd you come with the box?
so this is for game masters.
Yeah, it's more for game masters or personal collectors, but it's to run a game.
But they come with their dice though, right?
Yeah, you come with their dice. Yeah, of course.
Okay,
They come with the
okay,
dice. They can come with their miniature that represents their player, anything like
they
that.
come
But
with little pieces.
yeah, but that's mine. Like that box.
Nigga, I brought my own monster.
Well, you play your
Can
own?
they have a monster? What if someone want to have a monster sidekick? Like, this is my pet. Can't do that. Y'all ain't playing no. Nah, I'm just-
I mean,
Why not, man? Have a little pet dragon.
Fine.
Lockheed? I can't have a Lockheed.
I mean, like that. If depending on the type of character you have, yeah, you can.
That's dope.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I allow things like that, but we have to I talk to my players.
Okay.
Like, so some specialized like that, not for just me.
Well, I just threw it out in the open
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I don't capture the whole essence
Yeah.
of this yet. And I'm just trying to, pick your brain a little bit and
Yeah.
see what's all this shit for. You know what I mean?
So I mean, pretty much. I mean, with
I
those.
collect figures. This shit is the same difference.
Yeah, and you can use it for that. Like, you can use it
Yeah.
for photography. People just buy them to collect them. I
Yeah.
use them for the actual pieces to represent the creatures in the game, on the game board, when we're sitting down and playing in person.
Okay.
So, I use the pieces to represent the actual, whatever I'm doing. So, eventually, if I had the red dragon, I would use that to...
You would
yes,
use that.
I would
to
use that,
represent
yeah.
that. Okay.
But I would probably also use it in other things, not just for that, but hey, I need something to represent this monster. Because it's impossible to have every single damn monster. It is. So sometimes you have to do them.
How many monsters are there?
Thousands. So sometimes stuff like this. I've used a literal grinder to represent a ooze before. Like I said on the map, a ooze comes out. It's been my grinder.
Okay.
Just
so,
as representational.
So, yeah, it's just. So
It's
it don't really
representation.
matter, really.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just cool.
Okay,
It's just
okay.
cool to have.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not necessary.
It's not.
Yeah, that's what I was
necessary.
thinking.
Yeah,
Well, I got some monsters too. And
yeah, no, it's not necessary, but it's more representation to give scale and direction when people play in person and we have a map in front of us.
so wouldn't it be dope to have those pieces to move up, like chess pieces though?
Yeah, I mean they can move on the board. You move them around. They're not stationary.
Okay.
Yeah, you move them around. Yeah, I would move them. I would move that dragon towards another miniature to bite it, attack it,
All right.
whatever.
All right.
It's a lot of imagination goes into these things.
Yeah, that's dope.
A lot of
man.
imagination. I mean, what it is collective story. We agree to have a group delusion. That's what it is. Yeah, we all sit at the table and agree to have a group delusion.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's exactly what it is. Like you playing make believe.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's playing. It's adult make believe.
Yeah, man. That's dope to keep that improv juices flowing. It gets that brain going. Brain activity is important. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And people shut a lot of shit down, but imagination is necessary because that's how we create.
Oh yeah, mine never shuts off.
Yeah, I heard people say they cut their shit off.
How? What's the secret to
I
that?
heard people because it just regular life hit them and then they feel like they're defeated and they want to shut that shit off.
Man,
I never shut that shit off.
even at my lowest, my imagination.
Yeah, it
can't
still
stop.
still goes, man.
I mean,
That's
I've accepted that's just part of my reality. I leak ideas. That's just who I am.
I leak ideas, but nah, man. Nah, cause you go heavy with it, man, and It's dope.
I write a
It's
lot.
dope.
Yeah, I write a lot. I've already started writing
It's
for
the
Spell
fly
Jam.
nerd game master right here. You know what I mean? Like, this is the new presence in the new order of shit, man. You know, D&D started in Chicago. Well, you know what I mean?
It started here. So
You know, you see this shit, too many different hands in this mix, man. Look how they creating. Now, see, that's the shit I be in. Look at the world they are building right there.
Oh yeah, now it gets deep.
If we could get to that type of, like, level,
It gets deep.
that's dope. See, that's what I'm talking about, like a whole shit like Beetlejuice.
Oh, I would love to have a whole just almost an island. Of that stuff. Oh, I would love it.
Man.
I would
That's
love
what
it.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about. See, that's the shit I needed to see because that's what I'm trying to ask.
It gets there, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It just takes a lot. Yeah, it gets
Ooh, dude, that's dope, man.
there. It gets there.
That's dope. Now that's what I needed to see to open my eyes on it. Now I see the full vision, bro. Yeah, they be on some other shit. You looking at the fly nerd game master, man. Fuck that. We gotta get these chips. We gotta get that shit, man. And then take it to a dope experience, like a super experience, interactive. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
if I had a setup like that, I could
That shit
do a
crazy.
I could do a lot.
yeah, then
I could
round
do a
table,
lot.
people just doing their shit. Yeah, that's dope. That's a dope
Yeah,
setup, man.
that's the goal is to get there.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm doing buying the pieces and things like that and buying sets of miniatures so I can had a foundation to get here.
Man, you got creators who could build that shit, but we'll talk. But yeah, man. Word.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's dope.
That's going. And on that note, man, it's time to take a break. Let everyone stretch their
shit.
legs.
Yeah.
It's been a dope, chill vibe evening. I'm
Yeah,
enjoying it. We'll be back. J Dot is obviously gonna hold y'all down after he takes a break with us. More Fly Nerd Group after this. Shout out Sean Rocker.
Yes, sir.
Shout out IMG for holding us down. We are back from the break. J Dot spun some joints. Yo, them joints
Yes,
was
he did, man. He was going in.
yeah, man. He served up what was that, like a half dark lemon pepper back there?
Dark lemon pepper, mild.
What was that? What was that
Extra
serving?
piece of bread, man.
That's
Extra
some,
bread.
some Cajun.
Cajun. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that shit dope.
But man, I think you and I both saw the same flick over the weekend, the Nicolas Cage joint.
Yeah, man. What's it called? The massive,
Unbearable weight of massive
Yeah.
talent.
Funny movie, man.
Yeah,
you know,
I liked
it was
it.
It was a good movie, dude. It was called Nick Cage featuring Nick Cage.
Pretty much, it was Nick Cage featuring Nick Cage. But yeah, man, that was I liked it.
Are those
man.
type of movies hard to pull off because you're doing a movie about yourself?
I think when
became a
it's
character.
I think-
Caricature.
I think when you do it like that with that introspective hint at it, where it's like, yeah, I may be the butt of a joke, but I know I'm the butt of the joke, so I'm gonna control the joke.
There you go.
And this movie is pretty much Nick Cage middle fingering everybody who said, why you doing them small ass direct to prime video movies. He said it right there in the beginning. It's my job. He's like, you don't question the cashier when they go to work every day and ring out your groceries. So don't question me because I take acting jobs.
All right, so yeah.
And I was with that.
That's real. That's real because I mean, we were saying off camera where, you know, yeah, he was big time actor, big time blockbuster, you know, movie seller. All
I mean,
that
The
shit.
Rock, Con Air.
Right.
So many. Guarding Test, Face Off.
Yeah, Raising Arizona.
Raising
all that
Arizona.
shit. You know, so when that shit dries up, you know, he's an actor. You got to do something.
Gotta do something.
Gotta do something. Shit. You know, even Samuel L. Jackson said you gotta work. Keep working, dude.
Yeah,
It don't
you
matter if good, bad, just long you working,
Right.
you got a check going.
I
That's
mean,
your job,
Sam
right?
was doing the same thing. He
he
peered
was
a lot of
doing
stuff.
tons of horrible
and,
movies.
And then he got that Capital One contract.
Exactly.
And then he was like, yo, this is my
What's in your
sidekick.
wallet, motherfucker?
Right. Like
I was waiting on that. So patiently, like, where's the motherfucker at? I'm waiting on it.
Yeah, man. So
yeah.
dude.
Capital One became Sam's sidekick. He didn't have to take the
Get
the
your
joints
check.
no
It's
more.
like the
And
Roots.
them checks was rolling.
It's like the
in,
Roots
too.
doing the late night and shit.
Right, take them checks.
They stopped touring big time. Like, we ain't got to tour no more, man. We getting NBC money. We good.
Yeah, tell me about man. I bet you after that first season of Jimmy Kimmel, Questlove probably sat them brothers down, was like, yo, we gonna honor these engagements that we already got, but with this shit about to slow down, fellas, because it's a good check.
Yeah, yeah, man.
And you got an off season. They got a legit off season.
Oh, that's dope. So they could
Because
go
when the
and-
show goes into reruns,
Oh, you're right.
they don't
Yeah,
have to work.
chilling.
This is a live show.
And then they gonna get residuals.
Yeah,
hopefully.
they get the syndication money.
Right.
You know, so yeah, the Roots is set. That's a dream. If you really think about it, if your band could become a house band for like a late night
If your
show.
setup could be a setup like that.
Yeah.
Where you set your brand up to where you could make your partnership with your brand with certain, if the deal is right, do it all night, you know?
I mean, that's
But
led
be
to so
careful.
many different things for the Roots. They've had random SNL appearances just for being in
But that's their
Rockefeller
advantage.
Plaza. Yeah,
They really rewrite music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's important, which I feel like a lot of even beat making to this day. Oh, it's so easy. You can just turn it on, click, 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 boom, boom, boom. You got a beat, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, but where your music theory at? You know how to stretch a beat? Do you know how to stretch a beat and chop it? Do you know how to stretch a beat, flip? Like, do you know how to, like, have you really got into music and why these records and these like players, and have you followed them and shit like that?
right. Could
There's
you
certain basics of music and music structure that's kind of like missed.
right? Could you instruct an R&B singer over a hip hop track how
Exactly.
to lace it? Could you instruct the MC how to spit this
Exactly.
interlude on an
Can
R&B
you-
cut?
Can you pick a good sample if you sample it?
Can you pick?
Are you
hey, number one.
old things, or are you doing something new? Do you challenge yourself to take funky drum and chop it again? You know what I'm saying?
Or do you
Take
create your own funky drum?
Right. There's several. It's an endless world of possibilities. You know what I mean?
So many worlds within worlds within worlds within worlds. But I mean, pretty much that's pretty much what Nicolas Cage was saying. Like, you got to do this.
We was talking about
Yeah, we saw
Nicolas
it.
Cage.
Like, you got to do this thing.
Yeah,
You got to act. And while the premise was hokey and comedic and unrealistic.
Yeah,
But
it got a little goofy at the
Yeah,
end.
but you know what? I don't think you go into this movie.
But that wasn't the movie.
That
That's
wasn't
the
the
popcorn movie.
right, this is-
you know what I
yeah.
mean, and this is where,
This was for the message.
this exactly.
This is for the this movie was done for the message,
Yeah.
and I liked Nick Cage returning to the big screen in this way, as examining his own career. This movie was very meta,
Right. It was very, very, very,
very meta because it was a movie
And
within a
that's what I'm
movie within a
saying, 'cause
movie.
This movie, you can't execute. Everyone can't execute shit like that. You know what I mean? Because there's so many layers of yourself as your caricature, and you're like this is your life, Nick Cage. Like,
Yeah, especially with the conversations he was having with young Nicky.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah, it
Once
was.
again, a case of chemistry with yourself.
Yeah. That's pretty deep. So, but Pedro Pascal wasn't bad in this motherfucker.
I love him, dude. I love that. Yeah, they was buddies, man. It was a bromance.
Buddies, man. It's like, look at this
It was a
shit.
bromance. He's like, I brought your family. I'm like, what?
What the hell? But then you find out what Buddy is, man. And it's just like, here
Right.
we
You
go.
find out he a genuine dude.
Yeah, it's like,
oh, Pedro. But dude, this museum, the altars to Nick Cage with all the movie props, that was nuts.
That was ill.
That was nuts. Also, them driving on LSD.
Yeah, that was
That
was a fun when he that facial expression he had. Yeah, he was charged, ready to go. But yeah, like they all delivered. Yeah, Tiffany Haddish. What's the dude's
I
name?
forgot his name, but
but he was funny.
Yeah, they were
Tiffany
all.
was good.
Everyone did their thing.
Yeah, everyone did their part.
Yeah, I like he was.
Yeah,
he was
snapping.
hilarious.
He was snapping, dude. I like dude, man. Yeah, this movie was good. It was entertaining. I fuck with it. yeah, just watch it off the whim. You know what I mean? Just and it was good. It was just entertaining. It was dope. It's good to see Nick Cage in a modern movie with some modern actors and stuff like that, and see where this go, man.
Yeah, just like him pretty much being Nick Cage. It was a movie with him being Nick Cage, but also looking at his life.
You think Marvel put him back as Ghost Rider?
I don't think I wouldn't put with the multiverse open. I wouldn't put it past them. They would probably do like maybe he's the Ghost Rider of another Earth, maybe, or they could bring him back as Blaze, passing it off to Catch.
Yeah.
They can bring it all, or I mean, as the Marvel Universe exists right now, Blaze, Catch, and Rodriguez all exist concurrently because they're all different Ghost Riders. They're like it's because the Ghost Rider mythos has been altered and changed over the years to where at one point I think Catch was the angelic. Oh, Deadpool. Make with the bread, Dad. Miles is warming his hands like, man, sucks for you.
Right, yeah, sucks for you.
Sucks for you. Me and Gunslinger Spawn gonna have some marshmallows after this. Don't get no brains on my J's.
Right, we good.
I mean, Wade will be back.
Yeah, it's nothing. That's why, Miles chilling like, this will be quick.
Right. This will be over
quick.
fast.
I'm going to chill with Spawn, though. You good.
Right. The unfortunate part that Wade's retaliation may not take that into account as he just shoots wildly in the area.
Well,
the payback can be a bitch sometimes.
Yeah,
Wade nuts.
Would they ever show that crazy? Like, I think Ryan Reynolds' depiction of Deadpool is good at a certain level. I still don't think
he got the jokey aspect.
Yeah, the
right.
jokey aspect. But I don't think they ever brought that assassin. He's an assassin merc, like, for real. Like, he ain't all them jokes and shit cool. But he could wipe out rooms. And he done it in the movies. But, I mean, just like, that be the basic mercenary movie. Like, all right, we're going to show mercenary.
I think Ryan Reynolds has kind of like, as one of those people he's kind of owned this role, even though Marvel owns the character. So I think they're gonna defer to his Deadpool in terms of how that goes. So I think it's always gonna be the jokey
Deadpool
with the hyper violence, but we're not gonna get him sneaking around murking people in buildings. I don't think. But who knows?
You never know.
You never know, but
maybe animated Deadpool.
I am on the side of it's probably not.
See, this is the bullshit. Well, we put a bunch of red and iron, the booty doo. You ain't doing shit. So, all right, Deadpool used to roll with Punisher and all that shit. Like, he could roll with them marks. Like, and top class too. He can run with Kingpin. Like, Deadpool is not really particularly a good guy. You know what I mean?
He's not. He's a wild card.
Yeah,
he's all over
wild.
the place.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the thing with Deadpool. You can insert him in any section of the Marvel universe, and he works out.
He works.
Whether it be like top level, high class superhero shit. Then he's just a comedy relief that keep the ball rolling.
Right.
And then you can bring him into the hyper violent shit, and you can bring him into like the comedic shit. He fits everywhere. He's the Swiss Army knife of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's no place you can't put him where he couldn't get his chance and do his thing. Cause that's dope. This is
dope. This is Deadpool.
That's
this
Deadpool.
is so dope. Don't get me wrong. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, these scenes nailed it. These scenes nailed that violent side of him.
Yeah,
this is possibly
well appreciated.
This is possibly one of the best opening scenes.
Yes,
ever.
I
you
agree.
know what I mean?
I totally agree. There's no disrespect now. Watch
where they show you in still vision of the aftermath, and then they like boogie you up until actually what happened, and you watch it in real time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that was crazy.
And I think they could solve the problem of some of this, guys, if they just change the music. Because remember, they always juxtapose him against a song that doesn't fit. So it adds that comedic tone. Because it's like he killing you to, why can't we be friends? And all this is going on to songs like that. So it takes away that intensity.
And then the salt and pepper before he even gets into the car.
Yeah, the salt and pepper.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's
What a man of all songs.
Yeah.
Right. So all of his violence, for the most part, is juxtaposed against a song that doesn't fit the violence. You change the music here, you change the feel of this scene, and the jokes still hold up.
You know
The
what?
jokes still hold up. Change the music.
You spoken like a true filmmaker, man. That shit's dope. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You changed the music of this scene playing right here. Even with a cut-in like this, it still would be dope.
Yeah.
Let's say if for you playing
I mean, if you can play in this and
some
watch
old Ice
this.
Cube or some shit like
True.
I don't know, you know.
Or even if you just take it to movie crafted music. Put the
just straight
put the Avengers theme from the Battle of New York.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Woo!
While all that is going on, because
probably
that's
will
still
turn.
epic level
Yeah,
violence that he's doing.
It is. No disrespect.
The music changes the whole feel of that scene.
Right.
So if they really want to bring it to that level of Deadpool, you already have everything there. Change the music.
Okay. All right.
Change the music. Stop putting the cute, happy songs behind this violence.
Okay.
You
Make it serious a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, all right, dude. Like, all right, I feel you.
Yeah.
Deadpool 1, I don't have any problems with Deadpool in general. But I'm just saying, like, moving forward, will it be hokey?
I think you gotta change the music.
Because he's still Weapon X at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's still at the end of the
that's
day.
a serious, you know
super
what I mean?
serious.
So, I mean.
So I think when you start presenting him with other people, yeah, you gotta change the music up. I think maybe have Ryan Reynolds tone down the dick jokes.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
You know, tone down the dick jokes a little bit.
Because that's why I feel like make it rated R. Well, like, of course, the violence and stuff. But yeah, the dick jokes is just like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, because it was some decapitations but once again, juxtaposed against the music. Like when you nod your head to this happy tune and watching it, and the song doesn't fit what's happening, it lessens the impact.
Right.
You know. I love that scene where he fucked himself up against Galactus.
It's too wild. Yeah.
In
fact, I'm going to shoot that scene right there. I gotta watch that.
I do appreciate the joke with them saying like we couldn't afford the rest of the X-Men.
Yeah. That's always been funny, and I wonder what this new movie going to do, because now.
Well, they say he's gonna cameo in Multiverse of Madness. That we gonna get a Wade glimpse. It's that Ryan Reynolds was on set.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh man, so back to Doctor Strange, man.
It all comes back to Doctor Strange.
Shit.
I did see the because I follow Bruce Campbell on Twitter. I saw him in the Doctor Strange in his Doctor Strange makeup. Because they gave him the classic Doctor Strange look with the mustache, the pencil. He had the pencil mustache, and the two white streaks were slicked all the way back.
We get the real motherfucking Doctor Strange. Damn.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, because I heard well, the rumor is you see Professor X in the yellow wheelchair, and that's from the X-Men. So what if MCU is pulling the They do have the animation.
Yeah.
So what if they pulling from the animation X-Men? Like, that's crazy. What the fuck they on? So
That'd
they
be
pulled
wild.
the animation Professor X?
But in the latest spot, he was in that other chair that was like a little thin thing. So they need. But once again, you can't
maybe
trust these
that's
things.
internet
You can't trust
fuck-ups.
these
Yeah,
things.
you
though.
can't. That's why I
You
say
can't trust it.
I'm leaving that alone. I haven't really been paying attention to too much except that, because that caught my eye. But other than that,
yeah, I mean, I saw
I'm just for the movie, man.
I was watching the playoffs, the NBA playoffs. So I saw the latest TV spot because they, sporting events, they always play these things because the ratings go up, get a lot of eyes on these things. So I saw the last TV spot. I'm actually very excited for America Chavez as well.
That's true. Yeah.
I like her power set. I think her power set is dope. So just to be able to you know what? I don't feel like being in this reality. I'm gonna pop over here.
Yeah, she can just run.
Just run to him.
Okay.
And she's super strong.
That's dope.
So yeah, I'm excited for
She's
it.
supposed to have been in No Way Home, and she was the one that's going to bring the Parkers together and help fight, against all them other versions of the villains. But because of COVID, she wasn't available for shooting, so that's why they gave that power to Ned.
Got you, and they let Ned do it.
Yeah. But
Ned a mini sorcerer.
That
now.
was a rewrite. Yeah, that was a rewrite.
Oh, well, she's making her big screen debut in just
Here
a few
we
days.
go.
Here we go.
Shit.
Here we go. But fam, you are fully caught up on Ozark, right? I'm
Man.
behind. I'm behind. So what is the deal this season? 'Cause I'm behind.
Ozark is about privilege, really. It's about motherfucking privilege at the end of the day. It's about how you could get caught into some real. I give them you maneuver, man, but it's because of privilege is how you got out your situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you work for a very heavy boss. You move money for this motherfucker, like literally, you control the money stream. You know, and it caused politics and all this other corruption and shit. But you gotta keep it low key. You got a family and shit. The family discovering and shit.
I remember the drama
you
from
know
the first
what I mean?
two seasons.
So it gets to that case where you shut down a lot of competition, except like damn near neighbors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And shit like that. But yeah, dude. Overall, for watching all that shit to the end episode, I wasn't too satisfied with the ending, with the end results.
Okay. Yes, I'm behind on
They
this
killed
season,
one
so.
of my favorite characters overall, which I
okay.
was like, all right. Spoiler, dude. You watch it, Sean Rocker? You finished it, so you already know. Yeah, this spoilers. Spoilers, man. Yeah, man. Some of my kids. Ooh, Ruth, man. Yeah, man. I'm fucking mad, man. Even though they set her up to do it, you know what I mean? Like, they had to get her for street honor and the code and shit. It's all respected. But yeah, this show really got into like the whole deep dives of politics and family and, you know what I mean, corruption and murder and how you could get and how you could slide. You know what I mean? The powers that be and shit. You know what I mean? Just certain meetings, certain talks, walk the walk, hawk the hawk. Niggas was on their tails. They worked for the FBI for a certain moment. You know what I mean? Doing shit. Like, there's a lot of flips and turns with this show, man. And for the end result, yeah, I just got privilege. That's all what it is, man. You can do all this shit and still have a happy ending. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy. It's like, all right.
Got you. Okay.
At the other people's expense and other people's lives, like a whole family got murdered because of them. You know what I mean? Like there's definitely blood on the hands.
That's money. That's normally what comes with high levels of money.
That's what happens. I don't know the fascination of that. It's just funny sometimes because it's like the ending is never a good one. We've seen it from Scarface on down. All lines of this type of cinema. That was so emotional, dude, when they popped. Yeah, man, that shit, yeah. That character, Ruth, man, she get an award for that show because she went out like a G, too. She went out like a G. She's dope, man.
Okay.
They shouldn't have did that. But
I gotta finish it up.
Because the reason they did it, it's so crazy. But how she did it, though, was crazy, too. Pop, pop. Bring his ass here. Like, woo!
Okay.
Sean Rocker, I'll be back.
All right. I guess I gotta hurry up and catch up.
Nah, it's really dope. It's a really dope watch. And, I thought this season it was a lot of ticking clocks. It was a lot of shit going on.
I feel like
they was throwing a lot of shit out there. Like, all right, this happening.
Because I felt at the end of season 3 that it was a lot to like wrap up. And when I found out the season 4 was the last season, I'm like, wow, it's a lot of cleanup.
And they cleaned it up well. They cleaned it up well. They tied it all together. At the end of the day, it's about family, no matter what this fucking going
family.
on. But family. Yeah, we can get in that shit.
Oh yeah, we can slide right to that.
Yeah, we get into that shit.
We can slide right to that.
Yeah, family.
Fast and Furious 10. Director dipped.
Say, you know what? Fuck this shit.
Fuck your family, Vin Diesel.
I'm the new leader of the Decepticons. Yeah, the Starscream on that ass.
And now they hired
Louis
Letterer. Louis Letterer, who last thing I remember him directing was Superman 3. So
Superman 3?
If it's the Louis Letterer I'm thinking of.
No, it can't be somebody else. Like, yo, who's directing? Who they hired?
Who is this guy? If it's not the same guy,
Who they hired?
because that name looked a lot like the one from Superman 3. So if that's the case, man, I don't know. I don't know who that guy is.
Louis Lederer to replace Justin Lin as the director. He was the director of The Incredible Hulk.
Okay,
And,
so it's that Louis Lederer.
The first two Transporters.
I like the Transporter.
Yeah, that's pretty. Transporter was dope.
Yeah, I like the Transporter.
And The Incredible Hulk, they ain't the. Which one was that?
That's the Ed Norton one. Incredible Hulk is,
Okay.
is the Ed Norton one.
All right.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be excited for a Fast and Furious movie anyway. It's just funny.
I mean, the director left because of Vin Diesel, bro. And I mean, you just gotta understand. Just wrap that shit up, man. The time over, dude. Like
Yeah.
all that Hollywood dumb shit. Niggas don't need to even see that shit, man. Come on. I ain't trying to, shut down people money and nothing like that.
Do something else.
But do something else,
It's 10
man.
it's 10 of these now.
Yeah, come
10.
on, man.
It's 10.
And cats coming in, acting all ego-ish, late and all that shit. Director, yo, man, I could be going directing a good movie.
Right. Exactly. It's like that movie, The Bubble. Like, do we need another whatever this is? No, we don't. This is one of the movies that The Bubble made fun of.
Yeah.
We don't need a Fast and
We
Furious
don't need
10.
it. We're not asking for it. This is all Vin Diesel work. The Rock ain't coming back for, Ambi was clowning The Rock. It's like, hey, it's a reason, dude. Like, it's unprofessional to a certain extent. And I'm straight. I'll get my check over here, bro.
Right.
Like,
He dipped to direct something
Yeah,
else, man.
right.
It's other opportunities.
Trust me, I'm tight.
Right. It's other opportunities out there, Mr. Lynn.
Yeah, man.
I think Warner Brothers needs you for the DCU. So
Yeah, I would prefer that. Yeah, use that talent for somewhere where it could work out.
Right.
But Homeboy even look like, yeah, I'm good. I'm tight, man. I don't know.
It's about family.
No, it's not. Yo, you too close to me, man.
You too, back off, man.
Back off.
You're too close.
You too close.
Too close.
But yeah, man.
Yeah,
so-
it's time. To me, it's time to do away with the Fast and the Furious. It had its run, or you know what? Do it, reboot it if you want to. I guess.
I mean, you
But-
brought characters back. Yeah, reboot it. Do some spin-offs.
I don't know. That's aliens.
I don't know. Is this
magic?
necessary?
It's not. Who is asking for car movies? I'm serious. Like
And how would you spin that off, though?
I don't even know.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
I don't even
You know what I
know.
mean? Like, you had one dude that died and,
They brought
not
him
to be
back.
insensitive, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a whole bunch of things went on with that. It's like, what can you do now?
I
know what
appreciate
I'm
Homie's
saying?
T-shirt though.
Yeah.
That is dope.
But yeah, Jay, I agree with you. How do you spin this off? What someone like 50 years down the line, someone find Vin Diesel character, somebody daddy, they find his car and then you take off again.
Their son or daughter finds it and somehow figures out how to adjust some things and insert a chip in there and the shit runs extra fast. Like, what you gonna do?
I don't know, Jay. I don't know. I don't know. I feel what you're saying though, but do we want to see that?
I
I'ma go ahead and
never
say
asked
no.
for this shit.
I don't think that was a consensus. Like, yeah, we need this.
No.
Nah. I mean, what is this like? You might as well make Gran Turismo the movie while you at it.
Ridge Racer.
Yeah, Ridge Racer. Why not?
I like Ridge Racer. That was fun.
Excite Bike the movie. Oh wait, they did that. It's called Rad. That happened.
That did happen?
That happened. It was Excite Bike the movie. It was
did
called
happen?
Rad.
Red.
At this point, make Grand Theft Auto a movie.
Now there you cooking with.
And
There
I'm
you
with, I'm
cooking.
with that.
Yeah, there you cooking. Now I'll fuck with that
I'm
because
with that.
once
Like,
again,
that's the
it's-
next phase of car situation.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And man, that's a rough set. I wonder how I like it. I like the concept personally. I want to see it done. I just wonder how you pitch. Like, yo,
You have so many games to choose
I mean, the
from.
game is based off of all that gangster shit anyway. They
Right,
got
it
their
is.
they got their Scarface. They got
yeah.
their In the Hood. They got
but
their
in Grand Theft Auto, the villain wins.
All right.
That's the point. And I love it. I love it. I want to see it happen. But
I mean, it's the you could change. Look, dude.
I want the villain to win.
American Gangster. They had Denzel playing as Frank Lucas, and there were certain moments where he was with his family doing shit and providing for his family that you forgot that he was pushing heroin to the streets, except the next scene.
Oh yeah.
So it's a whole identity of just how you film it and how you shoot it and how you depict the story.
Now, would they do Vice City, which is set in the 80s, or would you want to see them do some of the more current?
They could do the
joints?
80s.
I think I would like Vice City.
I think the 80s is funny. Yeah, Vice City was
The 80s
kind of
was
my
grimy,
favorite.
man.
It's one of my favorite Grand Theft Autos to play as well. Like I like Vice City.
San Andreas
and San Andreas.
San Andreas was dope
San
too.
Andreas. Like those are top two that I would choose from, and actually get some of the same voice actors. Like Samuel L. Jackson was in San Andreas. You know what I mean? They had a lot of West Coast motherfuckers that was in San Andreas.
You bring all the West Coast, right?
You bring
E40 all them cats,
hippopotamus. Bring his ass up in there.
But that would be dope for today's climate. You know what I'm saying? They have an influx of West Coast music and nostalgic West Coast music. Because you'll get all about the Benjamins before you get like Tell Me When to Go. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me where to go.
Tell me where to go.
That was I like Tell Me When to Go.
Tell me where to go.
I like E40 though.
E40 was very unique, and that's
he is. I should say.
He had a lane that he made, and you respected it.
Right.
You know
and
what
then
I'm saying?
it's like so homegrown. It's
true.
You don't have to be worldwide, where you could straight up live
the Bay love
off your own land.
The Bay love.
You know what I mean? And he like, once you at that level, it's pretty dope. And then you have to freedom to do what you want. Then, you know what I mean? Because I ain't got to please too many. I got my folks here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I'm just gonna make some jams. So yeah, E40 is well respected. I think they should do San Andreas or Vice City as my top two choices. The rest of that shit is cool, but I always go back to Vice City. That's like the core of the Grand Theft Auto, and then San Andreas is like the other side. The other side and shit.
Yeah, I love Vice. Vice City was my jam.
Yeah, so
Vice City was my joint. I absolutely loved it. That 80s, the
radio,
80s music,
the soundtrack,
everything.
Shit. Yeah,
everything was just.
Because I was just getting that bitch and ride, dude.
I used to just listen to some of the radios, driving around, listen to some of the radio stations.
Just drive around, see what's popping.
Right. I used to purposely just switch up cars. What? This is a low rider day.
Yeah, it's right. It's my speedster day. I'm
on a bike. Yeah.
Or on the bike, right. I'm on the bike gonna work out. Dude got chiseled as hell off that bike.
Yeah, he did.
So man. So yeah, dude. Grand Theft Auto should be the next wave, and could be the Fly Nerd Group next idea, man. I fuck with that too, man. Let's shoot a Grand Theft Auto story.
I tell you, the storyline is rugged.
It's mad rugged.
It's rugged.
I fuck with that.
It is rugged.
Grand Theft Auto story. So yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. But fellas, man, it's been a night.
Fuck.
It has been a night. It's been a chill ass night. J Dot's the soundtrack has been impeccable. Impeccable.
Chilling, man. So
yeah, it's
chilling, y'all chilling.
Yeah, this has been the chill night. It's been love, just breaking it back down to the basics again. We gotta do that twice this season.
We get to do it, man. And yeah, this is, it's always cool to have Ambi and Mox, you know what I mean, the other guests and other people around. But at the end of the day, it's Kaz and Cheese, you know what I mean?
It's where it started.
It's where it started, So, yeah, it's good building with the brothers. It's good building with y'all. And then, you see us all again next week. But we got y'all entertained. I got Starscream chilling. Peace out. Shout out to Hasbro.
Peace out.
Shout out to McFarlane Toys. Shout out to Image Comics. You know what I mean? We got to get this shit popping. Shout out to Senator Miles. That's Senator Miles right there.
For sure, man. Shout out to
Intel Music Group. Shout out to Sean Rocker.
Yeah, shout out to Sean Rocker holding it down tonight. Shout out to all my dice rollers out there, all my D&D players, all my fly gamers.
Wow.
Y'all know where to find me at.
Wow.
New stuff coming soon.
Wow.
I'm going to be in your ear.
Wow.
Fly Nerd Group. We are out of here. See you next time.